What's up, you ubiquitous udders? It's Melder here, bringing you another Arknights beginner guide. Today's video is all about masteries, so I'm going to talk about what masteries are, what they can do for your characters, what you'll need to master your characters, and I'm going to take you step by step through my mastery process and mastery a 5-star character. The first thing we're going to talk about is what are masteries. Now, normally in Arknights, when you upgrade a character's skills, you would upgrade them from skill rank 1 to skill rank 7. Now, once you elite to a character or promote them twice, you unlock the ability to give a character skills mastery. Now, skill rank upgrades all the skills grouped together, and mastery targets individual skills and can upgrade them in a variety of different ways. When looking at a character's mastery or thinking you're going to master a character, it's very important to see what type of upgrades that character's skills get from the investment you're putting into them. Masteries are an extremely expensive material investment that you're putting into your characters, so it's very important that you know what these things do. When doing any research into looking for a character's mastery and what they do, I like to use this website, the A-Ship Toolbox. The link to this will be in the description down below. Now, I'm going to be upgrading Reed's second skill, so for each mastery, we can see a percentage increase on the damage she does and the attack that she gains. So at M1, we're going to go up by 5% for attack and go up to 5% arts damage. And then next, we're going to go up another 5% for a total of 10 each. And then Mastery 3 will bring us to another 10 for a total of 20, not increasing the arts damage or the DP we gain at all. Some examples of characters that have really strong masteries are characters that increase their range with mastery upgrades, characters that gain charges on their skills when you upgrade their masteries as well, and also characters that increase amount of characters or enemies targeted. So I'll give one example of each. Saria on her S1, when you mastery her skill all the way to M3, she gets an additional charge for her skill 1. So she can heal even more, she has more SP value, and she's not letting any of that SP gain go to waste. Schwartz on her S3, once you bring her to Mastery 1, which is not that big of an investment, she actually gains an entire tile's worth of range when she is shooting. The last character I'm going to talk about is Rosa. And Rosa, on her skill 3, when you mastery 2 her skill 3, she binds and harpoons 1 additional target. So even though it seems not like a lot, once you're using these skills and putting them into practice, the difference is enormous. I also wanted to quickly mention that any keyword changes also signify very high value masteries. The examples I'll give are shifter characters, both Weedy and Feeder. On her skill 3, once you M3 her skill 3, she unlocks huge force, which is very, very strong, especially on the stages where a shifter is really needed or a strat requires a shifter. Same with Feeder skill 2. Once you bring her to M3, she unlocks the huge force on push, and that can be extremely beneficial and powerful. Other ways to look at high value masteries are to look at the SP values and also the numbers. Now, Chen's skill 2 at skill rank 7, she needs 11 SP to get her first skill activation off, and she needs to attack 11 enemies because she's on hit offensive recovery type. Now, once you mastery 3 her skill 2, as soon as you deploy her, you can activate her skill. And now I want you to pay attention to the numbers because the numbers get pretty ridiculous on this character. It starts with 410 physical and 410 arts damage. Once you mastery 3 her skill, she is doing 500% and 500% of each damage type respectively. So she's gaining 180% total additional damage, or 90% and 90%. So big numbers like that are also very important as well. You can see on her skill 3. Skill 3, she does 260 physical damage, stuns for 3 seconds, and does 10 slashes. Once she hits M3, she is going up a total of 60% and an additional second on the stun once the skill is over. So we're here now on the operator planner on gamepress.gg, and you can click the skill level up to 7 because a character has to be skill level 7 for mastery, and then you can choose the specialization. I'm going to choose M3 on Soul Spark, which is her skill 2. Now it shows exactly what materials I need. I can do this to show just one mastery at a time. Start once I've done mastery 1 to show what I need for M2, and so on. So just like E2ing your character, you're going to want to collect either the main material or the subcomponents of the materials needed and build the final products in the workshop. As you can see here, we are in our base, and if you notice on the bottom right, you can see our training room. This is the mastery room. The training room has 1 to 3 levels when you upgrade it, and each level signifies how many masteries you can put into your character's skills. So at training room level 1, the highest mastery you can go on any particular character is M1, and so on. So if you want an M3 character, you're going to need a training room 3. Now we can finally click on the training room. So we're going to click on this, be brought to this screen. On the bottom left, you can see a plus with tap to start a new specialization plan. We're going to click on that, and we can select an operator right here that we want to mastery. We're going to scroll over, and we're going to find read, hit OK, and there we go. Now we're brought to a screen that shows us both of her skills, and we're going to choose which skill to upgrade. I'm going to choose her skill 2 because I think it is much more useful. So we have skill 2, and it looks like I don't have the necessary materials to upgrade this skill. I need 2 more manganese trihydrates and 2 integrated devices. So now we're going to have to go over to the workshop and build these materials. You can do this in 2 ways. You can click on the material and scroll down, or you can exit out of the base and slide yourself all the way up. Once you're in the workshop, we're going to tap the process, and we're going to make 2 of each of the material we need. When using an operator, make sure you use operators that process elite materials or have this symbol. You could also use any material as well, but elite materials count for masteries, so any sort of upgrade material needed will work. So I'm going to choose Ceylon. I'm going to go, and we need 2 manganese trihydrates. So I'm going to click manganese trihydrate, go up to 2, and then hit start. Hopefully we get a byproduct, but we got skamazed. It's okay. Next, we're going to go to devices. We need 2 devices. We're going to hit start, and there we go. That is lovely. Next, we're going to head back to the training room, and we can start our mastery process. We need 5 of these blue books, 3 trihydrates, and 2 devices. Now, you may be wondering, what is this little box on the left? This is how to select a trainer. What trainers do is they speed up the mastery process by, in some cases, multiple hours at a time, because the mastery process takes a very, very long time. So I'm going to choose Saga. She has the Vanguard symbol, which corresponds with Reed's subclass or class. We're going to hit confirm, and we are going to get a much faster time. I can actually show you the comparison. I'm going to take Saga off. I'm going to mastery 1, Reed skill 2, and this will take 8 hours. If I add Saga, it goes down to 5 hours. So we're losing 3 hours or gaining 3 hours worth of speed for her mastery 1. Now, the only thing left for us to do is to wait 5 hours until this is over. You're going to have to do this 3 times, and each mastery increases in the amount of time, and M3 takes about 17 to 18 hours to complete. So you're going to be waiting a very long time for this. Now, while you're waiting, you can look up the materials that you need to complete the next mastery for your character. You could use the A-Ship toolbox or the operator planner guide as well, and farm the materials needed for the next M2. So I'm going to leave this M1 cooking, and I will be back when it's done. Okay, we're now back here on day 2, and once the mastery is complete, you'll get a notification on the top right and a check mark on the training room. So if you click here, you'll see specialization, and that will show the mastery is complete. We're going to click on the training room, and to confirm the completed mastery, you just want to click on the skill. You'll get this beautiful animation, and our mastery 1 is complete. But we're not just stopping at M1, we are going all the way to M3, so we're going to repeat the same process as before. Click here, add read to our training room. And now you can now see that there is this circle around the skill, and each circle or filled in circle represents a completed mastery. So we're going to see what we need for M2 now. Now we need 5 manganese trihydrates. So we're going to go over to the workshop and build those 5 trihydrates here. Okay, no byproducts, of course, but that's okay. We're back here on the mastery screen, and we are going to confirm for our mastery 2. Now this mastery will take a fair bit more time rather. So this one's going to take 9 hours and 41 minutes with Saga, and we can see if we don't have Saga here, it'll take 15 hours. So Saga is, or 16 hours actually. So Saga is going to be shaving off quite a bit of time. Not every single trainer will give you the same amount of time off, but Saga is definitely really good with her 60%. So we're going to be at about 9 hours and 40 minutes. While we wait, I just want to cover a few additional things. Number 1, a lot of you might be wondering, can I use my full drones to speed up or expedite the training room process? And the answer is sadly no. We're not allowed to do that. We can only speed up factory or trading post things. So you cannot use your drones for that reason. You definitely want to use your drones for these other facilities though. Now, if you frequent Twitch streams or YouTube, you might hear the terms M9able or M6able, and what that basically means is that character's skills are so good and versatile that you can M3 each one of their skills and still remain at solid value and return for investment. So the perfect example of this is Saria, and she, in my eyes, is one of the only true M9able characters in the game. She is just that good. All 3 of her skills are extremely good for a variety of situations, and you can bring any one of her skills to missions and they can help out. Now, I only have my Saria on S1 M3, and then I have 1 mastery on skill 2. A lot of people would call this an M4. Now, I almost only use Saria's skill 1, but that doesn't mean that's her best skill. A lot of people do S2 M3 as well. So it's really up to preference on what you like and in your team composition. And this character is definitely M9able. And I don't think there are many other characters that are quite like this. The last thing I want to talk about is, do I even need to mastery my characters? Now, the short answer to this is definitely no. You don't need to M3 your characters to clear basically any content in the game. There are even some strategies where you can risk 18 certain stages with just E1 characters or 1 E2 character and the rest being E1. So masteries are definitely not required unless you plan on pushing past risk 18 or even higher for contingency contract. I would say the M3s might be a bit more necessary there. Now, I like to mastery my characters for a bunch of different reasons. Number 1, I think it adds to the fun factor for certain characters like Rosa and Schwartz, for example. Their gameplay opens up a lot more once you M3 their respective skills. So I think that's really fun. It also adds a bit of leniency to your gameplay as well. So a lot of people just say it makes it easier. And in some cases, that is definitely true. It opens up skill windows, so your timings don't have to be as tight and so on. And the last reason is Basically, this game is like every other gacha game, and it is an endless grind. You know, you just want to upgrade your characters, keep grinding resources and materials. You want something to do, you want a goal, and masteries is definitely more of an end game goal for a lot of people. You can master your characters at like level 60 if you really wanted to, or you could just wait and E2 characters instead. It's all up to preference. You know, I like to M3 and E2 characters just to show them a little bit of extra love and, you know, work for characters that I use very frequently. Okay, so the Mastery 2 is now complete. We're going to click on our training room and check out this lovely animation here. Oh, that's just gorgeous, isn't it? It really is. We're doing this live on Twitch right now. So if you guys want to be a part of this, definitely go to the Twitch stream. The link is in the description. And we're going to go and do the final mastery, the M3, for our read. So like before, we're going to go to our read, click on her, get her right in there, and we're going to check out the materials that we need. Now, she needs 4 D32 steel and 4 sugar lumps, and we have just the right amount of blue books. So let's head over to the workshop and build these 3 more D32. Here we go. We're going to make 3 manganese and then convert that into a tier 5 mat. We'll put Falenic in here. And there we go. Beautiful. Now let's head back and start the Mastery 3 process. Click here. We have the necessary materials. It'll go up another 10% for her attack stat. And we're going to confirm. Now, Mastery 3s take by far the longest out of all of them. With Saga, it'll take about 14 hours and 30 minutes, which is actually really fast for an M3. Now, if you compare it without Saga, it's going to take 24 hours. So Saga is saving us basically 10 hours worth of wait time for the Mastery to finish. We are here on day 3 of the Mastery process. I hope all the EX stages are treating you well. They're definitely hard, but they are pretty fun, I will say. Now, before we get started, I'm going to do my free headhunt roll because I just logged in for the first time, and we're going to full send it. A white bag. Very awesome. And just like the previous 2 masteries, we're going to click on the training room, and we're going to watch this lovely animation here. Delicious. This is what I like to see. So now my read S2 is now Mastery 3. Now we can go over and check in the operator page to see. We're going to scroll over to read. Here she is. And right here you can see the 3 dots forming a triangle signifies her skill 2 is now M3'd. And if I wanted to continue the mastery process or just need a shortcut to get to the training room, I could click on the idle tab right here from the operator menu and be brought to the training room to start a new mastery process. That's going to be it for me, guys. Hopefully the video was helpful to you all. As always, you can contact me on YouTube through the comments, Discord, and on my Twitch stream. So I would love to hear from you, ask questions, have comments, hang out, all that good stuff. I know masteries are a bit more endgame content, but as newer players start to level up and build more characters, the mastery process is going to be something that they should, or you guys should be familiar with. So hopefully y'all have a great rest of your day, have a great weekend, and peace out.